Hello guys, I'm going to be doing a new video on the best budget builds for competitive esports you could do. This will be mainly a PC building guide, and we'll also be going over what keyboard, monitor, and mouse pad and mouse you should get. So pretty much everything you need to get set up to be playing the best you can. So we're going to be going over a budget build, a mid-tier build, and a high-end esports build. For the budget build, it's going to be an AMD Ryzen 5 3600. It's a great processor. You can get the 3600X. You can get some other ones too, but this is the best one I found. For most of these parts, I'd recommend going to Micro Center. That's going to be your best bet. They have the best deals and they have a really good warranty, so you can always upgrade in 2 years with their warranty. It doesn't have to be broken or anything, and that's personally what I do. I also do Best Buy with my monitors and other things. I'd recommend getting the warranty because you can always take it back and upgrade to whatever the newer thing is in 2 years. Yeah. The B450 Tomahawk, it's a great motherboard. Built about 10 computers on this motherboard alone. It's great motherboard. Memory, you got the CL16 Corsair Vengeance 16 gigabyte 3200. 3200 is a great speed. Anything above that's going to be good as well, but I say this is the minimum. Not the minimum, sorry. 3000 is probably the minimum, but this is a pretty good. Once you get memory up to a certain speed, you're good. You don't need to upgrade it anymore. Samsung 970 Evo, M.2, NVMe drives are going to be the fastest you can get. You'll load into game a lot quicker, and you'll be able to select your character a little faster if that matters to you, for you insta-locking duelists. Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1660. So the video card, this is kind of a weird one. There is very little video cards available, which is why I recommend going down to Micro Center and maybe trying to pick up a 3070 or 3060 Ti. A lot of them are sold out, or a lot of things are heavily overpriced, like a 2060 that's $700. Please do not buy that. Please do not buy that. You're just helping the scalpers. Don't do it. Case, NZXT, built in this case also a bunch of times. I've also built like 13 custom computers, so this is one of them. And this is personally the case that I have. Now for the monitor, I recommend a BenQ or the AOC monitor. 144 Hz is perfect. It'll get you your foot in the door into esports gaming. You do not want to game FPS games on a 60 Hz monitor. I don't think you want to game any games on a 60 Hz monitor. Get a 144 Hz monitor. You'll be blown away. Seriously, actually blown away. The biggest upgrade you can do is probably a 144 Hz monitor if you're already hitting 144 frames in all your competitive titles on whatever settings you use. Personally, put all my settings low because I have a 240 Hz monitor. And I'll be going over that with the next build. So this is an esports mid-tier. This is personally what I would build if I had I have the money to get all this stuff, but I need to find it because it's hard to get this and it's hard to get the 3070. But for the AMD Ryzen, this is again the 5600X, amazing processor. You could go up to the Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9, depending on you. I personally focus really heavily on the CPU for competitive games. You want to focus on the CPU actually over the GPU, because like I said, again, you put all your settings to low. What does that put the performance on? Puts it on the CPU. So go with the better CPU, put your money toward a CPU to a certain extent. You want to get the core clock, the clock speed high on a CPU. That's what gives you the most frames, because most games are meant for single core performance. That's why Intel has been very good over the recent years, but AMD has caught up, and I think in the new AMD Ryzen CPUs have surpassed them. B550 Tomahawk, this is the new B550 instead of the B450. It's just an updated version that is able to support the new Ryzen processors. The 450s can eventually, they said they're going to support them. They're going to do a BIOS update, which I'll probably do myself because I have a 450. So you could get the 450 and then update it if they do come out with the BIOS later on when you are purchasing your computer. Again, pretty much the same memory. We'll go over that. This is a 1 terabyte M.2. Amazing price to performance. That is a really good price actually. And 3070. So if you can find it, grab it. If you can't, personally, I went to Micro Center, got myself a 1660 Ti. got the 2-year warranty, and I'm going to return it within 2 years. I think the warranty is like 20-30 bucks, and I don't have to worry about waiting for a GPU while this one is just gonna, collect dust. I can use it for now and then return it later. So if you have a Micro Center, absolutely godsend. They're amazing. If you don't, I don't know what else you could do. You could probably go, I know Best Buy has some warranty stuff, but they don't do it on computer parts specifically, so they do it on like peripherals, which I do recommend actually Best Buy's warranty on peripherals. Power supplies, you're going to be wanting to get probably like 100 watts above, and gold certified is usually what I get. The biggest thing that's going to go out on your computer is a power supply or a hard drive. So make sure you're getting good hard drives and power supplies because they break the most often. Now, monitor. Love this monitor. Absolutely amazing monitor. Only problem with it is the leg stands are kind of big, so if you have a small desk, you could maybe try getting the BenQ one. I think it has a smaller stand, like in terms of the area. The legs are just really long in this one, but this panel is amazing. IPS, it looks amazing. It's 240 hertz. I notice a difference between 240 and 144, definitely. Not as big as 60 and 144, but it's definitely there. 144 will get you in the door to competitive gaming. 240 is going to get you to that top tier level. And then this is just what I use in peripherals. I'll talk more about peripherals after the high-end esports bit. So, Ryzen 9 5900X. This is top of the line. One of my friends has this thing. It's an absolute monster. Again, we went with the Tomahawk. You can go with a better motherboard, but it's not going to give you better performance, so just keep that in mind. I went with the 32 gigabyte kit. It's more memory, same speed, so it's like, why not? It's a really good price, actually. That's amazing, to be honest. You could actually put this on the mid-tier build, just because of that price alone. So I'm very curious as to why it's so cheap. Samsung 970 EVO. I think the EVO series is technically like faster, and I know Samsung has great storage. They have just great reviews on all their products, so it's a trustworthy brand you can go with. You're definitely paying a little bit more for the name though. This is a high-end build, you don't really care. 3080, you don't need a 3080 for 1080p gaming. I only picked this because it's a 3080 and everyone wants it. And if you want to do like ray tracing games, you want to put Cyberpunk in. Actually, I don't even know if it'll run that because that game's kind of buggy as hell, but if you want to put Cyberpunk or some game and ray trace it and have it look good in 1080p, get a 3080. You'll have fun. Case, same case as before. I chose the same case for all of them because I think this case is amazing. Super easy to build in. Has really cool features, a PSU shroud. It just looks really nice. I have it right under me, and I've never like looked at it and been like, damn, I wish I'd picked a different case. It just did its job. 850, like I said, go 100 above and get a gold certified, and you'll never have problems. This is coming from at least 3 to 4 years of experience and 15 custom builds, so I definitely have liked Corsair for sure for this, and MSI. I haven't had problems with these two brands in terms of the motherboard or the power supply, so I recommend them fully. 360 hertz monitor, again, going balls to the walls here. You're getting you're paying $700, but you're getting the best of the best, so this is a high-end esports build, so keep that in mind. Next, we're going to be going over mice. Rocket Jump Ninja, 100% recommend his channel. I'll put it down in the description. This guy's awesome. He does tons of reviews. So I actually have a Razer Viper Mini. I used to have the Logitech G Pro. Oh, here it is. Funny, it's actually above it, but I like really small mice. Find a mice that fits your size. He has a bunch of videos on it, on how to find it. Go buy a mouse, I don't know, get it from Best Buy, and then return it. And if you don't like it, if you do like it, awesome. If you go wired and you get a bungee, it'll make it feel wireless, and you save a lot of money. So if you're on a budget, go wired. Just get a bungee for like 15 bucks. I have like the Razer bungee. You can get some other bungees. I recommend the Razer bungee, and this is the one that I've used, so I'm just going to recommend this one. There's some other people that do reviews for bungees. Be careful, I know there's some bungees that kind of suck, so just keep that in mind. I recommend the Razer one. And mice, I recommend the G Pro Wireless for medium high hand size. Viper Mini, I don't really go for large mouses, but apparently the Model D can go for large, so there's that. The smaller mouse you can go, the better, personally for me. And for most people in FPS shooters, and the lighter it is, the better it's going to feel. Trust me. You think 60 grams? Wow, that's too light. Versus like 80 is even light. Is there going to be a difference? Yes, there's a difference. You feel it. I went from this to 60 grams with a smaller size, and all of my aim lab scores I think went up like 5,000 immediately, just because it fit my hand way better. So keep that in mind. Now, amazing site, prosettings.net. This is cool because you can see what all the pros are using. Take it all with a grain of salt. These guys are sponsored, so they're going to be pushing products that they're sponsored by. So don't think that it's the best product because some player just uses this, so it must be the best. No, they're sponsored. That's why they use so many different products. I personally have the HyperX Alloy FPS. Very good keyboard with the HyperX red switches. Super cheap. You don't really have to care too much about your keyboard. I'd focus more on the mouse, but if you want to buy a cheap one that's going to work great, this is a great one. Monitor. Like I said, the BenQ Zowie and the Alienware, fully recommend these. This is the 360 Hz one that's very expensive. You can get this one. For these two, the 144 Hz BenQ is amazing. This is the 240 Hz and this is the 360. I recommend all three of these. Not much to go over here. You can look up other reviews on the like 144 Hz monitors and stuff, but those are the ones I recommend. Mouse, these are just the mouses that people use. Like I said, Logitech sponsors a lot of people. A lot of people use their mice. Great mouse. Didn't like the shape as much. A little too big for me, so I went for a smaller mouse, but it's honestly all personal preference. This is just wanted to show you a list of what people use. Mousepad. This is kind of weird. This is just what people get used to be honest, I think, and also what they're sponsored by. I personally go with the Fnatic Dash. This thing's amazing. Super nice mousepad. You can also go for artisan pads, but those are from like Japan. They are good mouse pads as well. I heard these are like the best, but I didn't really want to fork up the cash to get them, and I heard the Fnatic Dash is really good, and I got it. I love this mouse pad. It's kind of a more speedy pad with a little bit of control. So again, personal preference. Most of the mouse pads that pros use are geared toward control and Valorant. So keep that in mind. They're mainly cloth pads. Like I have this one, the SteelSeries Quick cloth pad. Actually no, sorry, I have the Quick Heavy as my desk mat underneath my other mouse pad, and it's good. I've used it. I've taken off my other mouse pad and just used it for a couple days, and it's nice. It works really well. It's just a lot slower, so you definitely feel it. And then lastly, let's go GPUs. I just wanted to quickly go over this. Reason they're using these GPUs, NVIDIA has worked with the developers of certain games like Valorant, Overwatch, Apex Legends, I believe, and they put in the reflex thing, and they've just been using these GPUs for years because their drivers are very stable and they've been working. Hopefully AMD can catch up and we can have a little bit more of some competition in the market so that the prices can get lowered, but till now I would definitely go NVIDIA, especially for competitive gaming with the new reflex stuff they've put out. Just to have the biggest advantage you can, because it's supposed to reduce input lag by like 33% in some games. So I've put it on and I've noticed a little bit of a difference. It's very, very minuscule, but you can definitely notice, especially with the higher refresh rate monitors. So that'll be it for the video. Just a quick video to go over how to build a esports PC, what I'd build right now, what's going on in the market, and other things. I'm going to be doing a Road to Radiant videos coming up soon. If you guys enjoy that, if you guys enjoy watching live streams, I'm going to be currently playing an Immortal right now. I'm going to be live streaming on my Twitch, so you can go ahead and follow that. Put that down in the description. Make sure to like, comment down below whatever you guys enjoy, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'll be trying to put out more videos. Hope you guys are having a good day. See ya.